king named Karsogo. He ruled his kingdom with wisdom and kindness. King Karsogo had two beautiful wives whom he loved dearly. He gave them everything they desired and ensured they lacked nothing. From each wife, he had a son, two strong and handsome boys. One day, King Karsogo fell gravely ill. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months, but the king's condition only worsened. Worried, his wives called upon the village elders to seek help. When the elders gathered at the wooden palace, they saw that the king's state had indeed deteriorated. They summoned the chief priest, Chimba, to perform an enchantment. Upon his arrival, Chimba conducted ancient rites and revealed a chilling prophecy. The king had only a few more days to live. The news shook the village. A week later, King Karsogo passed away. The entire kingdom mourned deeply for their beloved ruler. Following tradition, the elders decided to crown the king's firstborn son as the new ruler. They informed both queens of the plan, but the second wife was not pleased. She desired the throne for her own son. That night, she visited the chief priest in secret. "If you can convince the elders to crown my son instead," she whispered, "I will give you half of my property and 5 cocoa farms." But Chimba refused. "The gods have already chosen the king's first son to rule," he replied. "If I disobey, I will face a terrible death." Angry and desperate, the second wife returned home and spent the night plotting. She came up with a dreadful plan. She would eliminate the king's first son. One evening, she sent the boy to fetch water from the stream. Meanwhile, she hired some men to ambush him. They followed him silently, struck him on the back of the head, and dragged him into the bush, leaving him for dead. Returning to the palace, they told the queen their mission was complete. She rejoiced, thinking her son was now the rightful heir. The next morning, the first wife was distraught. Her son was missing. She wept and searched, while the second wife pretended to be concerned. After 10 market days of searching, hope faded. The villagers and elders assumed the boy had died. They prepared to crown the second son. But just as the ceremony began, a voice rang out, "Stop!" It was the first son, alive and well. "This wicked woman," he pointed to his stepmother, "sent men to kill me. But a kind man and his daughter found me and nursed me back to health." The crowd gasped. The elders turned to the second wife, whose face